One quick thing, I'm sorry I'm late with this review, everybody. The reason why is because Sundays are my rest days after the crazy weekend of a Friday and a Saturday with all that anime. I usually use, Sundays as my rest day and I just sleep in. So, just letting you all know right now, that's exactly why Yamada is slightly late today. But anyways, getting into this episode. Best episode of Yamada so far in the series that came out. This is one of the best episodes, and the quality of this series continues to interest me by the episode. Now, I've actually looked at some chapters of the manga. I actually have, because this manga series, or this anime series, has really interested me on actually reading the source material. And that's a good thing, because I like the presence and atmosphere of Yamada. It just feels so fresh to the standard series I see all the time, and I love the way it's being set up, especially with this episode. Like, you get to see our main male character and our main female character. They kind of grow closer as characters. Like, you see some romance progression, probably. I don't know if this series is going to have romance, but you see some romance progression between those two. And what was really cool about that is at the end, you had it to where, like, they were swapping bodies back and forth, and you saw it to where, like, they were swapping when they were sick. What was cool about this is how they were both, like, sharing each other's pain. Like, you had to where our main male character was kind of just taking the pain of a weakened and sick body, and then all of a sudden you go over to, our main female character, Urara, and she's, sick and not sick and all that. It was funny getting to see the exchanges of bodies with that when they came to this episode, and it definitely just lets them grow closer as, I guess, friends, or a romance progression, because they get to feel each other's pain when it comes to them being sick, and I found it very funny how he got sick at the end of the episode. So, the details of this episode, I have to say, when it comes to the comedy and the presentation of the series, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I feel like this series is doing so good. It's because the way the series presents its drama and its themes, along with the characters' like drama and different inner workings when it comes to their mind, I feel like it handles it properly. It doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel cliche, it doesn't feel like it just came out of nowhere. It just, the way the series is flowing right now, I'm truly saying the pacing is fucking great. Which this brings up to a point I do want to talk about, because I saw a bunch of Chibits for the past 2 weeks in the comment section telling me that this series, you could consider it going fast. Like, the pacing is very fast. I saw a couple Chibits tell me that you could consider that, because they said, like, supposedly, I don't know if this information is correct, but supposedly from what I saw in the comments, was that since we saw all these 7 witches or whatever, 7 wizards, witches in the opening song, that would mean that they're trying to adapt like 100-something chapters, and if that is, that's quite a bit. That's a lot of chapters to try to adapt, because that's like almost as much as Taizai, and we remember what happened to Taizai, and this series is only going to have like 12-something episodes, 12 or 13 episodes, so that sounds like a ridiculous amount, but from what, manga readers have told me, is that the way the structure of this series is being done, especially when it comes to this anime, is that it is flowing right. That whoever's directing this is doing a damn good job with able to, I guess, kick up the pacing with all these chapters, but adapt it to where the entire story links together and doesn't feel like it's missing anything. That's what I saw in the last couple weeks when I was reviewing the episodes from fellow Chibits. So, that's good. That's very, very good. Like, I don't know what chapter we're on right now, but it's very good to see how this series is being, I guess, adapted properly. I mean, even though it's fast, it's being adapted properly, and it's getting some good treatment, especially with that great animation quality, along with the art, and then the awesome epic fucking music, and then the voice actors on top of that. You can definitely tell that the anime studio that's currently working on this is putting their heart into it. So, yeah. Now, there is some drama in this episode that starts to build up, and it adds one little drama element when it comes to our main female character. She doesn't want to go to college, and she kind of just studies to study. Like, that's what she does. Like, every time we see her character, she's always studying. Like, she always studies. Even if her body's sick, she will try to be there, she'll swap bodies and try to study, stuff like that. And she just studies to fucking study, because she has nothing better to do. That's what she says in this episode. And we come to find out when we go into her house in this episode, is that she is alone. Her family or whatever is not there. Like, you see pictures of her by herself, forcing a smile and stuff like that. She's by herself, and so you can assume that she's always alone. I don't know if her parents have passed away. I don't know if her parents are there, but they're just working very late and they're not around. I mean, it's not really explained. You don't really know if they're dead or not, but just judging by how it is, she's lived a very lonely life. She has, and that's probably what made her like she is and why she's so reclusive from others. And I'm liking the direction the way that's going. So, yeah, Yamada, on point, as always. Great comedy, great stuff, microwave for the win at the end of this episode. Just overall, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful anime to watch on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, depending on when you watch the episode. If you're like me, you'll probably watch it in the afternoon because I gotta get rest. So yeah, please be safe. Chibi out.